I am planning ahead for a 1400 subscriber special. Please subscribe if you would like to see how it goes. But the plan is, in this video, I will outline 14 things to read that are not books, and then I will post a video every day for the 14 following the subscriber milestone of 1400, and I will share my experience reading each of these types of things that are not books. So this is the Not Books Reading Challenge. I really wanted to showcase some reading that isn't novels or bound nonfiction, anything that exists in the book form. I'd like to be able to showcase literacy in other realms. I'm Jenny Fern, welcome to my library. I'm a chaotic neutral mechanical engineer who's really into permaculture and wants to talk about books, but today I'm talking about 14 things that are not books so that we can prepare for our lovely reading challenge. The first thing I want us all to focus on is literary journals. I've talked about this on the channel before, how to access them, how you can get unlimited short stories for free. I'm particularly passionate about this because I have been submitting my work to literary journals and actually did get accepted into one that I think will be published in August of 2026. So I'm very excited about the prospect of being in a literary journal and want to highlight their importance. So the first one is to read a short story from a literary journal. The second is to read an essay from a literary journal, which I actually have not done. I'm not a big essay person, so I think it will be really fun to explore that medium without having done it before, really. I love short stories though. So essays. And then number 3 is to read poetry from a literary journal. I would also like us to read a modern newspaper article, especially from your local newspaper. So my local paper had been independent and now it is not, unfortunately. I have heard of another somewhat nearby newspaper that is still independent. I do pay for a newspaper subscription, which is wild, but whenever voting in local elections, that is like the best way to find all of the information about the candidates. Otherwise, you'll hit that news article cap and it'll be really frustrating to try to vote for people. That's why I got it in the first place. This one also, I don't know how accessible it is, but reading an old newspaper article, so something historical from some like historical event. I know for me, I would really like to read some of the articles that my great-grandmother had written about her sewing shop. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also so excited to explore this, a webcomic, reading some amount, like an episode or a chapter of a webcomic. I've never read a webcomic. I'm so excited to try that out for the first time. Number 7 is to read a zine. And I'm also super excited about that. I would love to find a better resource for zines online, so maybe I'll be able to do that as well. But I do have one that I have not read yet from a collection of zines that I purchased a while back. Fanfiction. We all know that I've been exploring fanfiction quite a lot this year, and I've only really read one, although I'm in the process of reading another. So a chapter or a standalone fanfiction is number 8. And number 9 will be a blog post or an online essay. So something from like Substack or a personal blog. Again, not super into or experienced with personal essays. My nose is so itchy. I give my dog a bath and I think I just like kicked up so much fur. So my face is getting red and my eyes are getting watery. So a blog post. I think that'll be fun. I haven't explored a ton of Substack stuff. Number 10, a patent. I had to read some patents when I went to school as a part of like a project where I was kind of redesigning something. I guess I didn't have to, but it was kind of a part of the discovery of the thing that we were working on. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I would like to sprinkle in some of the reading that I've done for my profession into this channel. I think that would be fun. So I think it would be really cool to read an old patent. Those are super accessible. I can show you how to get to those. This one is a recipe. Now, I am completely somebody who skips all of the stuff at the top of a recipe. All of the story, all of the background. I completely skip that stuff and I go straight to the recipe. I think it would be fun to be able to read a recipe. I also have some handwritten recipes from my ancestors, and maybe it would be fun to explore some of those as well. A letter or a diary entry, especially something that's like archival, so some sort of historical or just like ephemeral posted letter or diary. I think that would be really fun. A technical paper from a scientific journal. Now, scientific journals and the articles within them can be extremely expensive. And if you're not a part of an institution that pays for them, they can be, again, extremely expensive, like $50 per article. But there are some that are open access, so we can explore some technical papers as well. And that can be for all sorts of different scientific journals, different realms of science. Like I am particularly interested in exploring more biology because I wasn't able to study that in college, even though I'm really interested in plants and insects. So I think it'd be fun to read some sort of scientific paper about things that are not what I studied in college. So I've read a ton of technical papers about manufacturing, very specific stuff about metals and ceramic materials and all of this. So it'd be fun to read something that's not already within my study and my wheelhouse. And number 14, I think it would be so fun to look at some song lyrics. There are some really wonderful songs. I feel like pop is killing it nowadays. I'm so into Sabrina Carpenter, Addison Rae, Charlie XCX, and I think there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on in pop music and pop lyrics. But also, I'm so passionate about punk music and punk lyrics and really just a whole big breadth of ridiculous music that I listen to. So I think that would be a really fun way to close it out. So that's the idea, that's the challenge. Those are the 14 prompts of reading something that is not a book. And how are we gonna do this? I would love to do this as a challenge with all of you. So if you would join my Discord, the link is in my description, then I will have a specific channel for the Not Books challenge, and we can all hang out there and tell each other what we're reading and give each other ideas and links and stuff like that. Feel free to subscribe. If you enjoyed this, the whole idea of this, and you want other people in your life on board, please feel free to share this with a friend you think would enjoy it, who would join in with you, and I will be back again soon. Also, leave some ideas for other types of media that are not books, and we can do this again, and it'll be so fun. So I'm really excited. I have been in a reading slump the last like 2 weeks, and this has really brought me a lot of encouragement and excitement of what we could possibly read together and all the different things that are not books. I will be back again soon. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.